use a lot of steel, and so fuck Nugget.
Good move. And yeah, and don't forget brass,
Why brass? He says.
ammunition, war.
Oh, the thing that's pretty much wiped out my native people. Great. Yes, I will invest heavily in it. He looks at the camera for a while and just one tear.
You mean the people that killed your parents and outed you?
Yes, yes, but still, maybe I should, yeah. But anyway, morning eventually comes. You left a note for Jim, which he may or may not ever receive, and or while you leave, the word, aka ahoy, may be shitting on it. You just don't know, and then it may still get delivered after he shit on it. Nobody knows, and so then you were sprinting over to Clem's to try to get there.
No, I won't.
Oh
No,
no,
sprinting stuff.
no,
No,
ride a horse,
no.
gallop a horse through
I'll get
town.
Delma to drive me there.
Oh, all right. That's fine. Yeah, you get driven over there, you hop out, you get in the chair, and he goes, Where are you going back to?
Okay, this will be now. Let's see if this works. As he refers to his notes to see. What's it called? San Angeles Shadow Academy.
Where? He says.
Bummer. I wasn't sure if that would work on.
Wah, wah. Apparently, you've never been to the barber shop there, or maybe it doesn't have one. We don't know.
No, we haven't. We hadn't gotten to the point of seeing if we could find a barber shop there, but I thought it was worth a try.
Okay. It just shows the boat sitting where you guys left it, waiting.
Yeah. Strange enough, then it's going to be. It is going to be Melwick's Genovia, human Melwick's Genovia.
Yes, sir. And bring, take off, and he goes, shave? And you're like, I'm late for a very important date.
Yes, and now we go, where's High Street there? And we need to get to Snapplegar, need to go past the statue of the white unicorn. Snapple Garden, over the smaller hill, and then to the stream. And then hopefully the boat's there.
Oh, you have to go Snapple Garden, not Smaller Hill. You go Oxbridge Bridge, then the stream, because Smaller Hill goes to Ashcroft Gate. Even though it crosses that line, they don't connect.
They don't actually connect. Okay. I thought that was a connection.
Ooh. No, I'd have to make a block there to connect them. No, the map is just crazy complicated. That's all.
Okay, so it's only when there's when lines cross, they don't actually intersect.
Correct.
It's only when there's blocks do they actually intersect. I see. Yep. All right, then. So, sorry, yes. Oxbridge, stream, boat.
Right. Give me the pole boating roll, pulling the small craft. If you would like to support yourself by singing and by Italian, then you can get bonuses for. Actually, you could just call it gondola if you want
it. I don't have. What about if I use Latin instead of Italian?
Nobody sings in Latin. You have to sing in Italian. It is the piece de resistance.
Try my Italian. No.
Humble, huh? Nice. You're like, I'm an Italiano, and you're singing the most racially insensitive shit possible. Nice.
Yes, spaghetti bolognese. Mafiosa.
Ravioli. Okay.
Let's actually see if I can sing. Oh, really badly.
All kinds of suck. So now go ahead and give me your gondola roll. Good luck.
Hopefully my boating small is a lot better.
Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? Okay, well, keep in mind with boating small, that should be you should have the new gondola type
Yeah,
skills
yes. I
as
will be
opposed to
noting that.
rowboats, etc. Because you
Yeah,
need
yeah,
more fucking write-in skills, Pete. You
yes.
do
I'll be
not have
noting
enough.
down now that I have boating gondola.
Excellent. Right, you go back into the fucking tunnel, and we now,
Put my mask and cape on.
of course, you do. I feel sorry for whoever used to be the Phantom of the Opera. What do you mean I no longer have a job? What?
What happened to all my masks and capes?
Yeah, or it was always you guys that was the Phantom of the Opera. We just don't
Yeah,
know.
yes, that's right. Uh,
Right. Okay. So I'm
Boating gondola 19 mark.
all right. So now you're back in the Shadow Academy. You are
All right. Let
deep,
me
deep underneath the theater
close
stuff.
that map. Bring up the other map.
You
Shadow
lash your
Academy.
boat to the dock and
Yes.
head back up. And fortunately, your first class of the day is theater. So give me a simple stealth roll to just bang. But there's
I
some.
will
Are
be
you?
I will be taking my mask and cloak off before
Damn it!
exiting, and I'll be putting my glasses on.
Very well, Harry Potter. Go ahead and give me your stealth roll and take a card for remembering. I was going to see if I could catch you dressed as the Phantom in class, which may have caused a bit of a ruckus. But no. I like how you only wore the fucking mask and cape for literally like 80 feet or so. And then you're like, take it off and put on my other shit and up the stairs. But there are hooks and stuff for all the masks and capes. So, it's nice. And there's a lot of extra in there just in case. Oh, shit. Pete, I think you've frozen up if you can hear me.
And back. Yeah, hang out, scratch.
Yay! Got it. Right. So, how's that stealth roll doing?
Yeah, by over half, by quarter or
Great.
something.
No problem. You're back in class. The teacher, Nigel, saying Nigel, his eyes kind of go over you, and they looks again, blanks, and he's like, pretty sure he wasn't here before. Yeah. And he continues teaching. Right. So basically, are you just attending class for a bit, and then when you have time to wander around, going to do that?
Oh, two things: attending class, seeing if I suddenly have any weird dreams or anything, or
Oh
suddenly
yeah.
notice weird shit because of Ollie.
Yes, take a card
Um,
for reminding me of that. Thank you very much.
which is partly why I came back here, was because I thought I wanted
Yes.
to follow that up.
Let me do the attending class part first, as that's just
Yeah,
a
yep.
bunch of different checks, and then we'll move into some
Yep.
of the strange dreams you're having.
Oh, and also the other thing, I was curious to see if there's any talk about the mascot.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. We'll deal with these three things in order. First off, roll a d8 for me, please.
D8, D8, D8.
1,
High
2, 3,
five.
4, 5. You pick up dance parentheses ballroom.
Dance ballroom as opposed to dance ballet.
Yes.
Hang on a second. Let me check. I think I actually have. I think my dance was actually already dance ballroom. I didn't note down what it was. I just need to double check. My old character sheet. Nope. not Simon Gurn, not Adiba Holly Conga. Where are you? There you are. Dance, dance, dance. No, not that one. Is I had dance formal.
Yeah, formal would work for ballroom because that is
All
what
right.
people normally think of as
Yep. So yeah, that's what my dance was. It was actually dance formal.
great. Of
No,
course it
mark.
was, isn't it? Ambassador. Just imagine Australia going, he's a what of ours. I see. We had no idea. How's he
In
doing?
what? In what zones?
Yeah. Ready for more?
Yes.
You pick up a check in cryptozoology.
Cryptozoology.
Mm-hmm.
No, just the cryptozoology. Yep.
Roll a high or low.
Low.
Check in literature.
Literature. That's actually. Oh, I thought that was on the character sheet for some reason.
I believe it is.
Oh, there it is. It's in the write-in section, but it's actually one of the written in ones in the write-in section.
Nice.
Yep.
Give me a Mandarin roll.
Mandarin.
Let's see if you pick up anything useful from your magical science classes or not.
Oops. 4.
You get a check in Mandarin from your remedial Mandarin class.
Yep.
How are you? Says the really slow kid in there. Nice to see you. Give me a high low for math.
Yoink. Low.
Check in accounting.
Yep.
Roll a d4.
3.
Check in first aid for science class.
All right. Now my first aid is above 60. Oh, it's actually at 60.
Never mind. You know more than the teacher does.
Yeah.
And
I was afraid of that.
yeah. Let's see. And I believe blurred vision is the first of the shadow magic spells. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Go ahead and get a check in that.
Blurred vision. Yep.
And roll a d10 for drill.
For drill.
Yeah. Drill instructor Happablat.
5.
What's your sprinting at?
Sprinting is above 60. Is at 70 something, I think. Let me double
There's
check.
nothing I can teach you. But you do a lot of running.
Run sprinting 73.
I believe you were one of his 2 star pupils.
Yes. Martial arts unarmed.
All right. There you go. So now, as far as weird dreams and shit go, you are getting some very strange dreams that like shows Joshua McKay lying on his back with his feet together and his arms at his side and slowly spinning, and you're hearing, "The sleeper must awaken." And then there's a red hand that comes like that, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Mildly horrifying, but not quite enough to get you a sanity loss. But definitely there's a feeling of urgency there.
Okay.
And also, for some reason, there's a lot of guys in hats with corks all hung off of them.
in the dream.
Yeah, in various dreams, like you gotta do it, and they're just over the top Australian accents and shit. And they all call each other
Okay.
Bruce for some reason. They call you Bruce too.
Yes.
It could be your true secret Australian name.
This is the wattle, the symbol of our land. You can stick it in a bottle. You can hold it in your hand. Crack
Take a
tube.
card. Yes, nice. There occasionally there's a weird sound in the background of a bull roarer and such going on, just because.
Ooh, check in essence. Don't
There
mind if I
you
do.
go. Apparently, your dreams are making you a better sorcerer. You're like,
Not gonna have to discard one.
I was gonna say, yeah. After you discard one, then you play check in essence and
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
days.
I'll get rid of. Yeah, I'll get rid of the heal steed vehicle, and I will get rid of. Oh, I keep forgetting I've got orb of knowledge.
Hmm. Well, check in essence is a pretty fucking good card to pull,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
wouldn't beat yourself up too much on that one.
I will get rid of the touch. No, the taste plus 20, I think. Taste plus 20, I'll get rid of.
Yes. Well, you haven't bit enough people yet.
Yeah, and I'm a professional at tasting stuff, so.
God damn. Well, that's what you get with an alchemist, I suppose. So anyway, that's the kind of shit. Oh, as far as the other thing goes, 3 of the houses have all lost points due to their youthful hijinks of the dragon head. But what's really upsetting the faculty is they can't figure out how anybody got past the fucking rune locked doors and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's still quite a fucking stir in the school. There's a lot of very upset people about it, and now people are thinking that somebody has found a way to break into rooms and shit like that. So yeah, there's just all kinds of crazy shit going on. Of course, not in your house. Your house apparently had nothing to do with it, and the other houses are bad.
Well, why would Botcat have anything to do with something like that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But they seem to be the only house above all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So that eventually you slide into the weekend after a hard week of having strange dreams, watching people accusing each other of horrible crimes, and doing your classes and stuff. You're not sure what the situation in Genovia is. There's a lot to explore here. Basically, you're feeling pretty overwhelmed. What do you do?
I will find Ollie and chat to her.
All right. She's just sitting around in the library being kind of fucking weird.
Hey, Ollie.
This library is old, but not as old as the other library.
Really? You're talking about the restricted section, or is there you're talking
No.
about a hidden library somewhere?
Hmm. Can you find it? Do you need to find it? Will it help? What's going
Maybe.
on? And what's going
Maybe.
on with them? She says, that girl over there, she has problems.
Which girl?
She points out another bald headed girl. Everybody's bald headed. And hooray. Um, she's sitting with a group of people. And she seems to be not really too happy.
Has she got any? Is she a
Nose
first
ring.
year, or has she got peeps on her uniform?
She's got pips. I think these guys are all like 4th or 5th year students.
Mm-hmm.
And where'd they go? Where'd they go? Damn it. Oh, I gotta find it. There it is. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yes, during the week. Sorry, take a card. Logan forgot to tell you something. Somebody wrote on the wall, like big, and they wrote "bad wolf" on the wall of one of the corridors. And the caretaker then marked off the area with police tape, do not cross for a bit. And then later the elves were brought in to scrub it off. But you did see the elves. Go ahead and give me an empathy roll.
Empathy 83. Yep.
The elves are looking at each, although they were initially surprised, they are giving each other glances like, this is significant. And
It is a sign.
Give me an evidence analysis roll, by the way.
No.
Whoever, okay, no, weird. I'm not used to you missing those kind of rolls.
Yes, I know.
You're really slipping since the KBC days, aren't you?
Yeah, I haven't had much opportunity to build it up, so.
Got it. Also, the surface of the wall is very rough. Give me a different evidence analysis roll for other shit. Or if you have any kind of art skill, let me know and I'll tell you if it's applicable.
Well, I've got art photography, but I suspect that's not applicable. But I do also have geology, if that is applicable from what you were talking about, the wall being rough.
No, it's normal rough stone that they build shit out of.
Okay, so it's not. All right. Art. Sorry, no, another evidence analysis, I should say. Wow. Okay.
Wow, Joshua McKay is really fucking falling out. It's like, I'm so busy with my ambassador duties, I have no time for crime scene. So
that's right.
There, just so you know, it looks like the paint was like rubbed on or something because there's some little like pardon?
Drip marks.
Drips. That's it.
Yeah, so like with a, it could have been a paintbrush or it could have been a sponge.
Yes. So yeah, that's I'm backing you up basically just before you go in the library. You saw that and you're looking at it, and the elves are scrubbing it off and looking.
How high?
Take a card taller than you could reach in your current form.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna guess adult size or close to it. Yeah.
Yep.
And give me a.
I was going to ask, was it done in a particular color?
Off-white or bone white, I believe is the proper name of the color. But I am male, and so I have a 16-color palette. But the proper name, I believe, is bone white, which is kind of an ugly white.
As in the white that is used for whitewashing?
No, that is a slightly different white. Give me a acting roll for maybe general knowledge here, or if you have theater knowledge, that would be.
I do not have theater law.
If you make your acting roll well enough, then you'll pick up a new skill because you don't have enough new skills.
No. No, I do not make my acting roll.
All right. Yeah, stuff.
Stuff.
So you were getting ready to go in the library. You noticed this.
Yep. Yep, the elves are there. They've got it fenced off so people can't get close.
Well, you can you can't quite touch it from the edge of the do not cross line tape, but you can get pretty goddamn close.
All right, so I'll standing on an angle to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at it at an angle. I'm looking to see if I can see any fibers in the paint.
Yeah, actually, that's clever. Give me a spot hidden at -30, just because the fibers are really small and you're more than a couple arms lengths away, and you don't have like a pair of binoculars would be super friendly right now. But yeah, spot at half or -30.
No, not at either half or -30.
If you get a little closer, you might be able to tell, but you'd have to duck under the tape.
I will duck under the tape.
The elves both look at you and neither says shit. You put your face right close to it and you find a little, it looks like some sort of stiff hair of some sort, about
Yoink.
this long. Yeah. They don't say shit. They just wait to go back to scrubbing. Also, give me a spot at full.
Yep.
There's a proper word for it, but I don't know it. It's like when you paint something, then you get the little itty bitty dots of it and shit. There's some of those on the floor.
Oh, the splatters, the paint splatters.
Yeah.
Is there any? Well, there's been lots of people going backwards and forwards here besides the elves and that. So, if somebody stepped on left anything on the paint splatters, it's probably not. It could be contaminated.
They're smaller than that. However, give me a serology roll.
Serology.
Serology.
Yes, I do have serology. Thank you very much.
Yes, of course you do.
Serology.
Serol for you.
Yeah, I make serology by almost 50.
There's a void, a little bit of a void.
When some. Okay, so does it look like someone was standing in one position and painting the whole thing, or is there a couple of voids where the splatters are then crisscrossing?
You're going to guess one position painting the whole thing. It was big, but not huge.
So if a adult was standing here, would they be able to paint it all within reach? Would it be more someone with a pole with a paintbrush on the end of it?
No, with some reach, they could do it all.
Okay.
Not a big adult either, but yeah, somebody closer than a fucking 11-year-old. You are tiny. You might be able to do it with a pole, but it'd be very awkward, and you'd need to get a very good pole, etc.
So looking at the way now that I'm close and looking at the way the paint is on the wall, if someone was standing in one position, if they were using their left hand or their right hand, the strokes would be slightly different because of the way the paint would have applied.
Evidence analysis roll. You go, according to my knowledge, I think that I have no idea. I'm an ambassador now, and this is beneath me.
Oh, yeah.
Me my cigars.
By 50.
Right-handed person.
All right. All right, so something I will be keeping an eye out for. Oh, actually, the other thing is the splats on the floor. I'll tap one of them with my finger to see how dry it is.
Very tacky. You get some paint on your finger.
All right. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be keeping an eye out on people's shoes.
Give me a spot hidden roll. Yes.
See if anybody's got white splatter on their shoes. Yep, by over 50.
We now rejoin the conversation with Ollie, already in progress, as you're looking at a little itty bitty bit of paint on the girl's shoe that she was talking about. And Ollie says, she's been really sad and upset. Her boyfriend died last year, is what I have heard.
What's that got to do with Bad Wolf?
I don't know. But you might. That will tell me if you can help me.
Is the girl tall enough to have painted it?
Yes, you believe so. She's in the gangly stage, if that makes sense. Whether or not she gets old enough to, quote, fill out or become an adult remains to be seen. You're surprised that anybody survives this school, given that they have this fucking Navy SEALs obstacle course to try to get through. But Ollie says, this is your first test. Can you help?
So, have you heard of Doctor Who?
Who? She says.
I take that as a no. The
She-
TARDIS, Doctor Who?
She rolls her pop culture of 100 some years ago skill and completely, no, that's still a fail. She goes, eh.
Okay. Oh, it's Bad Wolf had something to do with it.
Okay, she says.
Whether or not it's relevant to this situation, I don't know.
She says, I don't know, but we are in a library.
Yes,
says.
indeed.
But I have to go now. I'm going to leave you to this because I think you can find out. And then if you do, maybe you can help me because it needs to be done. But I don't know if you're the
as in
one.
the sleeper needs to awaken.
She pats you on the hand and she says, I think he might like you.
Okay.
And she gets up and fucking creepy as shit, you say. You're surprised her eyes don't glow in the dark.
I really wish Shana was playing today.
She'd have just cut her skin off. My God. Well, she is playing tomorrow. God knows what will happen then.
Mm-hmm. No, just because just the whole thing with us saying, "Are you sure she's not your sister?" All right. Anyway, it's her birthday today, so I doubt very
Yes,
much we
she
would
is
see
playing
her.
tomorrow, though. I did wish her a happy birthday and told her she should shark because I can think of nothing better for anybody to be able to do on their birthday than play in this game.
Maybe her boyfriend, her partner, is treating her.
Not to this game.
No. All right. Can I hear what the older kids are talking about at that table?
Well, just so you know, there are 5 of these older kids. Let's see. There's a girl. She's the one with the nose ring and looks sad. Her clothing's kind of nice. There's, let's see. There's another guy with piercing blue eyes, kind of the natural charisma leader feel to him and stuff. Let's see. He's with them. There's another guy who has brown eyes, strong jaw. There's rather bland looking guy whose nose has been broken and reset several times. He's got scarring and shit. This guy looks like, to your very experienced eye, this is a guy who gets in a lot of fights. And he's the guy who sits with his back to the wall and keeps an eye on shit. Right? And then there's a guy that has a nose ring and he manages even with no hair to look fucking scruffy. But he is the bookish guy. And give me an empathy roll.
Yep, lots.
This is the kind of stupid twat that got a nose ring because the girl he likes has a nose ring, and so he's thinking they can bring it closer together. But the only way that that nose ring will bring him closer to her is if they accidentally get linked. You're thinking this is not going to fucking work between those two. You look at him and go, "You have no chance, mate. None." So, yeah.
What are they from? Different houses or one house?
They are from House Phoenix. So much going on. So much going on.
All right. Yeah, as I said, if I'm not close enough, I'll get close enough so I can overhear what they're talking about initially, just to get an idea of what they're yammering about.
They are right now yammering about nothing of any consequence, just class shit.
Is she? Sorry, I was just going to say, is she participating, or is she just sitting there mutely nodding or whatever and just listening?
She is definitely on the quiet side.
Yep.
She's
Yep.
on the quiet side. They're doing things like suggesting she maybe go out for either the obstacle course team or one of the cheerleaders for the obstacle course team, because yes, they have fucking cheerleaders for different obstacle course teams and shit, because kids like drama. Yeah. This, just so you know, by the way, this school, given that everybody is being raised from 11 to 16 or 18 or whatever, it's a fucking pressure cooker of
It seems to
fucking
be.
heavy classes, coupled with kids trying to grow up, finding their emotions, trying to figure out who they are, which groups they need to join, all this. It's just a horrible pressure cooker. And then knowing that at the end of it, if you survive this, then you have mandatory military service that you may not survive. And so there's a lot of fucked up shit constantly going on and stuff. And people snap from time to time and go missing and then turn up later looking shattered and shit like that.
What's the level of, even though the year is 2150, 2151, I think? Yeah, 2151. And like this is a magic school. What's the level of technology about? For example, in the library, are there computers and databases and stuff?
It
Do
appears
people
that
have
the
tablets
tech
and stuff
level,
like that, or
the tech
mobile
level is
phones?
probably it's the no mobile phone. The tech level is pre-turn of the century, like
As
really
in pre-turn
primitive.
of 20th century?
No,
Or
pre-turn of 19th century.
okay.
Electricity doesn't work, so they have none of that shit. They have
Oh, of course,
Magitech.
yeah. Sorry, I forgot all about that. Yeah, I've got that the whole thing of technology being screwed. A
Yeah,
lot of the technology stuff no longer working.
they have Magitech, but Magitech is apparently expensive enough that it's unless like mere kids are not getting it. Unless,
Hmm.
even if they come from rich families, though, they're not getting to bring it to the school with them, so nobody has like their mobile phones and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Um,
They are discussing Moldark Day that's coming up in a few months.
Moldark, did you say, or
Moldark.
Moldive?
Moldark. Moldark.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea what that is, but apparently it involves a party. So, in addition to exploration needing to be done, figuring out what's going on with this bad wolf shit, figuring out what's going on with the sleeper, your various ambassador duties, trying to raise a couple of elvish kids, and
Oh yeah.
let that good times roll. You're a busy boy, which is
All right.
awesome for a PC, being busy.
Yes.
While you think about what to do, I'm going to grab some more drink real quick.
Okay.
Good luck. Moldark Day. Moldark Day. All right. So, what did you decide to start with? I think you muted yourself.
Yes, I did.
Neat.
First of all, I will check to see if there's a trail of paint splotches or anything, because she would have walked in them in the library to see where she may have gone. If there's nothing obvious like that,
Nope.
I will go to the catalog cards, so assuming that's what they've got here.
Yep.
Index cards, catalog cards in the subject, and I'll look up Bad Wolf to see if there's anything under Bad Wolf out of curiosity.
Okay.
See if it's as basic as that.
Mm-hmm.
Before going more complex.
Let's see. Give me a research roll, please.
Research. Yes. Special.
Yes.
Yes, nothing special.
This all takes place during the Old West, when humans first began to take over the lands of the elves, the humans coming from a distant country named Genovia. Oddly, the text and woodcut drawings refers to people as being humans rather than furries. Now, with the aid of Australian soldiers, fortune seekers, and even the Australian ambassador himself, the elves were beaten back. You see a really bad wood carving of you as an adult that it wouldn't really work in a police lineup, but yeah, okay.
But I think, shit, that's me.
Gotta love reading up on your history. In the turning point, in the battle for San Angeles, there was a mighty elven hunter who led many others. He was known as Lupus Malin, or Bad Wolf. He died during that heroic battle. Anything that the humans won is a heroic battle. Anything that the elves won is a massacre.
Mm-hmm.
As he was dying, he swore that he would return from the dead, leading all those elves who died in battle, anywhere and ever, in order to scourge humanity from the blessed lands of the elves. To allow him to return, the elves should do the dreaded ghost dance. Fortunately, the new colonists of the lands outlawed the ghost dance and shot dead any elves they could find who attempted it or knew what it was. This book does not give any details on the ghost dance, but it speaks about it as though it's a formulaic thing.
Mm-hmm.
It does mention you can find information about it in other books, even.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let the good times roll. Thanks, Pete. Looking fondly at the wood carving of himself and going, back when I was an adult.
So the Battle of San Angeles they talk about, is that the invasion of the zombies one, or is there one later on they're talking about?
No, it's the one that you fought in.
Yep.
You're
Just
pretty
wanted to
familiar
just wanted to know if that was the one I'm forward in, or they're talking about a future battle I have to look forward to.
No, that was the turning point for the humans crushing the the evil elvish resistance.
All right. I'm going to look up the Genovian monarchy, and specifically Princess Dany, and see what happened to her.
Oddly, the printing. Have you ever seen that printing that's made to look like it's actually printed? But
yeah, ipsum dicto, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Where you can't actually read it, but it's made to look at a glance like it. Yeah, that's so. Give me a philosophy roll.
Yeah, I was wondering what I would actually find, which is why I looked this up. No.
it cuts to the wife of Doctor Who going, spoilers.
Yes.
That's her
All right.
fucking tagline, I swear to God.
Yes.
Can't wait to see the new Doctor Who.
Yeah, I think it'll be quite interesting. I personally got no problems with a female doctor.
I was pissed about it simply because not a redhead. And the doctor constantly saying, you want to be a redhead. I'd have gotten a redheaded female. Done.
Yeah, yep.
But no, they never let the doctor be a redhead. No. So yeah, as far as gender, I don't give a shit. Is the writing I didn't like the last Doctor, so I stopped watching after a few episodes, but we shall see. Or I didn't like the writing. I don't know what. Just the last Doctor didn't mesh with me. So, what would you like to do next in the library?
Looking to Ghost Dance.
Give me a research roll.
I've got a complete mental blank. What they did?
Can you tell me what the actual Ghost Dance is?
Yeah, it was a peace dance that was supposed to be done. It's also part of the Shadowrun law. It's the ghost dance that caused the magic to awaken and the sixth age or whatever it was. I can't recall which for that caused the elves to reawaken and magic to come back into the world.
Can you tell me what it is in real life?
I think it was an actual peace dance. It was done by Battle at Wounded Knee, I think.
Yeah, I think it's actually a war type thing, like we hate the white people. But one of the things, give me a history roll from your character.
Yeah, as I can't recall, it was like Wounded Knee or something like that. That they attempted it. History 97.
Is that fumble?
By the way? Oh yeah.
Well, you know that the ghost dance actually originated with the Australian Aboriginals. And it shows a bunch of them with bow roarers, and then they turned into ghosts and haunted the Australian guys like, Dingo ate my baby. Look at these ghosts. We should run. And so that's what comes into McKay's mind.
Yeah, well, it's all part of the dream time. linked in with the rainbow serpent and the awakening of the rainbow serpent.
They got some weird shit in Australia.
Oh yeah.
So, okay. How'd your research roll on Ghost Dance go?
It went research. Wait. By half.
I'm glad you rolled well on the shit you need. Okay. You find that somebody known as Bad Wolf began to preach something known as the Ghost Dance, a sort of mystical thing that makes spirits of dead come back and fight the humans and drive them away. This would supposedly allow the elves to get back to their idealized way of life, murdering each other and stealing each other's shit. So,
does it talk about spirits in general or elvish spirits?
Elvish spirits primarily, but the book goes into no detail on the ritual itself. They say that a detailed explanation of this ritual can be found in a book titled Fables of the Vanquished Elves. But nothing more about the forbidden ghost dance can be found in the general stacks of the library.
All right, so does it in the back of the book in the reference section? Does it actually state publisher, author, anything like that? Does it have Fables of the Vanquished Elves listed, and does it mention anything about publisher, author, anything like that?
Just the title, and I don't know who the author is, but yeah, it does. It does list the book as though it is a real book, as opposed to something to mess with people.
Does it have publication date of the book listed?
Years ago. Yeah, it's been around for a while.
What I'm trying to establish is, depending on how years ago it is, if I can zone jump and potentially get it.
You have doubts just based on how wacky all this stuff is. Where would you zone jump to?
well, I would start with Beastkin Genovia, because there seems to be, even though this is not Beastkin,
I was
there
going
is
to
a bit
say,
of an overlap. So then potentially could be somebody, either the author could be living in San Angeles in the process of collecting his stories, and I'd be able
I
to get
get
it
it.
from the horse's
No,
mouth.
take a card for cleverness, but no. Probably hasn't quite written it back then yet.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to establish. If it was, depending on when it was written, whether or not the person actually may be alive in the equivalent person be alive in Beastkin Genovia, and I could go and knock on his door and say, "I hear you're researching the fables of the elves."
Yes, that is fucking sneaky. I love it.
Okay, so I'm going to draw. I'm going to pay Orb of Knowledge and draw 3 cards because I keep forgetting.
You remembered.
It's interesting that, yeah, so you still end up with 1 card less anyway because you've played the Orb of Knowledge.
But it is a good way to avoid some play immediately cards.
That's right. Shit. Draw 3 cards. Oh, wow.
Bar?
Oh, that was so useful.
What'd you hit?
All right, the 3 cards I have is Lock It In.
Good.
Play immediately, The Gods Hate You.
Bad.
Play immediately, Inauspicious Omen.
Wow. So
as I said, that was
yeah. That'll fucking net you another hero point right there. Nice.
Yeah, so I will get rid of the 2 play immediatelys, and from now, players place on a card off to one side. All right, I might actually lock it in right now because I do have a victory sitting in my hand.
I totally would.
That will clear up my hand. That'll give me at least 1 extra.
Well, that's the main reason I do it, because then your hand's down to 6. So
yeah. All right, so lock it in. Oh, there we go. It's interesting. When I've only got 6 cards in my hand, it's doing 3 by 3. When it's more than 6, it's doing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Weird.
I'll just make a note up near my hero points. Lock it in 1 victory.
All right. So, what would you like to do now? You're sitting in the library. It is the weekend. The other group has wandered off to wherever they go.
Well, I'll first try to see if Fables of the Vanquished Elves is in this library.
According to card catalog, it is. It says see the restricted section.
The Forbidden Stacks as in?
All
right. Oh, ask the librarian about if I'd say I'm curious if I could access this book. I believe it's in the Forbidden Stacks.
No, I'm sorry, you can't go into the Forbidden Book section, but here you can have this book. He hands you a book entitled Where the Mountain Meets the Moon by Grace Lynn. According to the dust jacket of the book, in the valley of the fruitless mountain, a young girl named Min Lee lives in a ramshackle hut with her parents. In the evenings, her father regales her with old folk tales of the jade dragon and the old man on the moon who knows all the answers to life's questions. Inspired by these stories, the girl sets off on an extraordinary journey to find the old man on the moon and ask him how she can change her family's fortune. She encounters a cast of characters and magical creatures along the way. Blah, blah, blah. He gives you a kid's book. You just look at him. He goes, there you go. Pats you on the fucking head and sends you on your way.
So who has access to the... Do students have access to the Forbidden Stacks, or only the teachers?
Well, when you get older, 5th year or 6th year, then get a note from the teacher, and then you can come back then. Yes.
Okay.
Enjoy the adventures of Min Lee, he says.
Thank you, sir. I shall go and check out the picture of the old library.
Okay. By the way, there's The restricted book sections, you can see it through a gate and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
It's just that close.
Yes.
I'm sure you'd never do anything naughty, though. Let's see. You check out the picture of the old library, and it looks like it's one of those pictures that pretty much has taken over the majority of the wall. Really big picture.
Mm-hmm.
You check it out, and it looks like it's one of those hyper realistic pictures.
Okay. I'll touch it.
Okay, yeah, it feels like a painting, but give me a essence times 1 roll. It just shows you slowly putting your child-sized hand out to touch one of the books, and
no. Yeah.
You fill up the painting for a while. Nice.
Mm-hmm. I will look over the painting to see if there's anything that stands out.
Give me an essence times 3 roll.
That's that one. Yes, that'll be essence by 2.
This fucking painting is magical somehow, you feel, but you have no idea what, how, why, where.
Mm-hmm. So I need to find the key.
Neat.
Yes. Thank you, Ollie. Why couldn't you tell me just how to get into it?
Also, the stuff in there looks super old. It may even be older than the book you're looking for. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
Now,
so
also,
I
don't know if you noticed, but in the beyond the gate, I can give you more details about the forbidden stacks if you want to just kind of loiter a little bit near the gate.
I will be doing that next after messing around with the picture of the old library for half an hour or so.
All right. Go for one more essence times 1 roll. Just curious, see what happens here. Right. So,
and I'll actually, why not? I'll spend why did I do that? I've got a reroll, so I'll blow a reroll on it. Just I've got all these cards, and probably won't make it, but who knows? Go.
Nobody can make a roll like that.
Go essence. No.
Cool. The forbidden stacks are behind an ornate iron grating with a huge lock on it. Give me a spot hidden roll. Subtle.
Where are you? Yeah, by 60.
Lots. Got it. On the floor, you can kind of see a little bit of sparkling glyphs, like it's like gate, and then inside the gate on a good chunk of the floor, maybe just too much for you to jump over of the floor. And then on either side of that are the shelves, and all the books seem to have chains going between the book and the shelf to keep you from wandering off with the books.